AI search is coming for our traffic, but what if ads made you unstoppable? And the reason that this is becoming more and more of an issue is the simple irony that AI loves specific answers, yet the bias towards older content is definitive. And I say that because this is something I've been dealing with in my own stuff. As we look at conversion-based marketing versus branded marketing, the two sort of have to work hand in hand. Generative AI itself favors brief, consistent sources. It sidelines fresh voices because they basically don't get enough traffic votes, which then becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy of, if you're not getting enough traffic for people to see your stuff, you're not going to be getting enough traffic votes to be voted in order to be ranked effectively. Catch 22, etc. Today, why ads now win generative search for you later is apparent when you realize that in order to get found, you need to get found. Our older material out on the internet is going to receive a certain weight when it's considered in the future generative search through AI. The weight is determined based upon the relevance and the ability to find it. Where you rank is less important than search, but that you rank, that people have spent time on your content is going to be important going forward. There comes a point where if we want to plan for the future, we're going to have to examine traffic methods onto our content. There's a bunch of different ways we can do that. A lot of them are branded, a lot of them are dependent upon social media algorithms. So if YouTube doesn't like you, you're not going to be getting traffic from YouTube. If Facebook doesn't like you, doesn't like your content, doesn't want to rank your content, Facebook isn't going to put people onto your content. Both platforms are programmed to keep people on the platform to extend the view time. Those platforms have zero motivation to drive traffic to your site. Because they are the 800-pound gorillas in the room, those giant social media platforms have it down to a science to keep traffic on their site. It's just how they're built. They're not designed to send you the references. They're not designed to send you the traffic. So as generative search finds those posts on those giant 800-pound social media gorillas, it's not going to leave to your site. That's one of the reasons why Reddit is ranking so high now, because it's a moderated community, and think of it what you will, but Google is going to trust it because it's massive user-generated content. I did a video on bias elsewhere. You can review that. We talked about Reddit as a source of information, that video conversation. The content moderation that pushes specific views is by definition creating bias. So if your platform as a whole is by definition creating bias, you have moved outside of user-generated content. You've created an echo chamber. Something to think about. We need to get found first. The ironic truth is that AI can't cite what it doesn't know. The only way for the internet to realize that you exist is for you to get that traffic. We need to stress that there's a disconnect between the two. And yes, it is a logical fallacy. However, instead of dumping 1,000 hours into social media that we've already established is designed not to send traffic to our stuff, we may find it beneficial to strike straight at the source, pay the little bit up front with paid ads, hit the pay to win button, get people to visit us, we move on with our business. Because ads ensure a baseline of discovery. And that's via the engagement metrics for AI. It's one of the main metrics that AI tracks. So the relevance and traffic metric, if you've got a good question getting answered and you're successfully pulling traffic from paid ads to that specific piece and part that you have that's attractive to AI because it's relevant to specific searches in the future, by investing a little bit now to put our traffic through, that might seriously help us when the AI is mapping the internet and finding everything for perpetuity. Probably the third reason we really want to look at paid ads as a way to invest in our future generative AI searches is we need to amplify our brand signals. And I say that because our brand and our branding signals are extremely important going forward. I've said it probably 50 times in the last 4 months. When we're doing conversion-based marketing, we are paying $1 to hopefully get $10 back. We are trading money to make money. Hopefully, we're making $5 or $10 or 15 or 20 or 30 or whatever we're making back. We don't want a negative number when we're running our ads. That's bad. By investing that dollar now and getting $5 or $10 out, we We pay now so we can eat tomorrow. We do that because our customers are going to pay for our materials, for our product, for our services. Branded marketing is what we are building when we're stepping into the arenas of a social media brand. This is what we're dealing with when we look around the grocery store at all the patented emblems and logos and big names. Those are brands. The brand is going to sell itself. The brands get so large that they need to constantly advertise as they maintain market share, but the brand is known worldwide. The brand will eat forever because your brand exists. Your brand is so big and so powerful. Your brand effectively sells itself. I'm consistently saying that working on our branding is a project for today that pays off in 6 months or 12 months or 18 to 24 months. The reason that we are in that delayed gratification mode with branded marketing is because it is so powerful once it is built. In order to cross that gap from hunt today, eat tomorrow, into we've got our planted fields yielding 1,000 times the amount of seed that we planted in 6 months, that's a different kind of equation. We need both, but once we've got a solid branding in place, it's really going to help. And the generative search is going to amplify that even further. If you consider that low-cost ads create beneficial site activity, people looking on our site, reading our material, specific topics, we're getting traffic in, we're not at the dead end of the internet, that is fueling our branded marketing potential. Data shows that paid traffic builds authority signals that make SEO and AI rankings easier to find. Because we are connecting with people who are searching for our stuff through our paid ads, when we have created the ads correctly, we will find that our dwell time on our sites is much higher. It is becoming more and more apparent to me that we want to invest a very small amount in our ads today for AI traffic tomorrow. AI traffic is growing by leaps and bounds. By that I mean people asking the various AI search bots, where do I find the nearest Italian restaurant? What's the best way to make a spinach salad? AI is spitting those results out because it's basically gone and scanned the internet and it's just pulling together all of the best results, glomming them together, but it's using those prior brands to produce those results. If we want to have something of our own showing up, we need to place ourselves into the position where we are discovered and the AI can begin to track our material also. Ads have been something that's been on my mind pretty substantially lately, as has the generative search, because it's coming and it's getting bigger and bigger. So while Google is losing something like 3 to 5% in traffic every year, that's going straight to generative search. And the generative search companies are growing by leaps and bounds of factors of 100 and chunks of 100%. They're growing super fast, whereas Google is contracting. When that trend starts, it's going to be really hard to reverse for the big Google because they've got something like 97 or 98% of market share, and that's down substantially. I think they're down at 93 or 94% of search right now, and Google's facing a bunch of headwinds. It looks like generative search is going to be super important going forward. We all need to get ahead of the game with that, and that involves getting traffic to our site, not just throwing stuff out there into the dead end of the internet if we want to get found. Branded marketing is vastly more powerful over the long term. Conversion marketing is what's going to feed us until we get there. A little bit of conversion marketing used to build our branded marketing later on. Hope you have a wonderful day.